Rattlesnake, when the predator becomes the prey. The Arizona desert is a searing expanse of sand stretching endlessly. By day, the heat scorches like flames, and by night, the cold cuts like a blade. With temperature swings of up to 30 degrees, every creature is either a hardy survivor or a silent casualty. Amid the arid ground, life clings to every thorny shrub and crevice in the stone. This is a hidden battlefield where victory does not always belong to the strongest, but to those who can conceal themselves and deliver a decisive strike at the crucial moment. Within the labyrinth of rock and sand, the rattlesnake has perfected the art of ambush. It requires neither speed nor overpowering strength. A single bite, and death spreads quietly, like darkness engulfing all. Adult rattlesnakes usually range from 1 meter to 1.5 meters long, with powerful muscles coiled beneath their rugged scales. Their robust build enables them to deliver lightning-fast strikes to unsuspecting prey. Rattlesnakes do not depend solely on their eyesight, but also have extremely sensitive heat-sensing pits that can detect temperature variations as small as 0.003 degrees, enabling them to detect prey even in total darkness. The fangs of a rattlesnake are hollow and can fold back. When striking, they snap forward like razor-sharp blades, penetrating deeply and delivering venom straight into the bloodstream, giving the victim virtually no chance of resistance. Rattlesnake venom is a complex blend of enzymes and neurotoxins. It destroys tissue, causes blood clotting, and paralyzes the nervous system, reducing the prey to a corpse within mere minutes. Rattlesnakes have the ability to regulate the amount of venom they inject. When striking small prey, they use only what is necessary to conserve energy. But when confronting a threat, they release the maximum dose to end it swiftly. With a sturdy frame, flexible fangs, and potent venom, the rattlesnake is the silent killer of the desert. One accurate bite is sufficient to make any life before it a thing of the past. The world in front of the rattlesnake is not merely darkness or light. With the heat-sensing pits between its eyes, every warm-blooded creature appears as vivid glowing forms, exposing its heartbeat and the flow of blood within. Be it in the bitter cold of night or the searing heat of midday, it can still perceive life in motion. Mice, young birds, and small lizards are all laid bare before its unseen gaze, with nowhere to hide in the harsh desert. A heedless mouse, unguarded. It does not sense that death is silently drawing near. The snake lies so motionless that its heartbeat slows, only its forked tongue flicking gently to sample each trace of scent in the air. The moment of weakness has come. In under 0.3 seconds, a precise strike cuts into flesh. A blend of enzymes and toxins immediately surges into the bloodstream, starting its quiet work of destruction from the inside. It need not pursue, for the venom will bring the prey to its end. Mere seconds later, life is extinguished. The rattlesnake moves in, gapes its jaws, and swallows it whole. All traces disappear, leaving nothing but darkness to engulf everything. The scales of the rattlesnake are a work of camouflage art, every serrated pattern merging perfectly with the soil and stones. Beneath the blazing sun, its body turns into a fragment of the desert, making it hard for either predator or prey to spot. When spotted, it does not immediately launch an attack. Rather, its body stays motionless, with only the tail shaking to create a dry, rasping sound, reminiscent of thousands of grains of sand rubbing together in the scorching desert breeze. The sound from its tail can be heard for tens of meters, created by the repeated clashing of hollow keratin rings. It serves as the final warning, a chilling reminder that those who dare approach will pay with blood. While many snakes lay eggs, the rattlesnake follows a different course. This process is known as ovoviviparous, meaning the eggs develop and hatch within the mother's body, allowing the young to be born fully prepared to survive. Within the mother's body, each small embryo is sustained by its yolk, kept apart yet safeguarded by the strong shield of scales and muscle. In this haven, they are hidden from predators' gaze and the unforgiving conditions of the desert. When the time comes, the mother's body moves in silence. Each young snake is born with fangs, venom, and a fully formed survival instinct. A rattlesnake can produce between 4 and 25 offspring per litter, depending on its size and the conditions. This start is not one of long-term care. Only a few hours after birth, they instinctively disperse, searching for shelter and their first food, embarking on a solitary and dangerous journey through the desert. Ovoviviparity helps rattlesnakes improve their chances of survival in tough environments, as they do not leave eggs that can be easily found. And the young are born ready for their journey of survival. Even as the assassin of the desert, the rattlesnake is not at the top of the food chain. Certain creatures are quick, skillful, and daring enough to make it their prey, keeping it on constant alert. That is the Roadrunner, the master of speed on land, able to reach more than 42 km/h. On the ground, the Roadrunner is a formidable threat. With strong, long legs and lightning-quick reflexes, it darts forward to seize the snake's head before it can strike, dispatching it so swiftly that the venom has no time to take effect. It can see through camouflage, strike like an arrow, grip its prey with steel talons, and lift it from the ground, rendering any resistance futile. Even in the world of snakes, the king snake is a nightmare. Resistant to venom, it strikes head-on, coils firmly, and constricts the rattlesnake until its final breath is taken. These enemies remind the rattlesnake that even the most skilled predators can at times become prey. Life is not solely about hunting and killing, but also about knowing when to hide and bide one's time. The Arizona desert still stretches endlessly beneath the sun and drifting sand, in a place where the boundary between life and death is but a moment. The rattlesnake remains concealed within its camouflaged scales, awaiting the moment to strike. The cycle of survival continues to turn, where today's predator may be tomorrow's prey. That delicate balance has endured for millions of years. The question we are left with is whether humanity will learn to respect it or destroy it forever. Australia, the land of death. Amid the most extreme lands on Earth, where scorching sands swallow every step and swamps conceal death, the rulers clash in a brutal battle for survival. Wild Australia, where the death of a king snake ignites a deadly hunt. On the oldest continent on Earth, the Red Desert stretches endlessly, with days scorching like fire and nights as cold as a blade's edge. The parched eucalyptus forests can erupt into a sea of flames, hiding colossal hunting machines. Amid the scorching sea of sand, a tiny creature slowly emerges. No fangs, no speed, yet clad in a suit of spiny armor. The thorny devil, the desert's tiny warrior, leaves its mark step by step on the blazing sands. Its body, covered in spikes, is not only a shield, but also a remarkable survival machine. It absorbs every rare drop of dew through its skin, channeling it directly to its mouth, sustaining life even when temperatures fluctuate by nearly 30 degrees. By day, its spines disperse the scorching heat, while at night its body contracts to trap every fragile trace of warmth. When attacked, it lowers itself, revealing a false head on its back to deceive predators and shield its most vital parts. Amid the blazing red desert, a tiny figure moves slowly. The thorny devil patiently gathers each ant, a precious source of food to sustain its life. But in this land, peace has never lasted for long. From within the dry grass, a shadow of death silently slithers out. It is the mulga snake, a giant venomous serpent, its long body pressed close to the ground, icy eyes locked tightly on the prey ahead. The thorny devil with its sturdy spiny armor is not an easy target. Yet in the vast desert, it remains just a tiny creature facing a formidable enemy that carries deadly power within. Suddenly the ground trembled. A gigantic shadow engulfed the scene. The monitor lizard appeared. In that moment, the desert turned into a deadly game, where the line between predator and prey could be reversed in the blink of an eye. In Australia, even death itself, armed with venom, can fall. On these sands, only the most resilient survive. In the harsh wild world, it is renowned for its boldness. It can take down dangerous, venomous snakes, raid bird nests to steal eggs, or seize the moment to snatch up unsuspecting small creatures. This time, however, its ambition goes beyond small prey. In its cold, unyielding eyes lies a far greater desire, signaling a new hunt where the deadly game is about to enter a new chapter. Amid the fiery red land, a female kangaroo grazes peacefully, the scene appearing calm. Yet that silence is only a fragile moment. This time, however, she has failed, collapsing in the relentless battle for survival. Amid the barren landscape with sparse vegetation and the presence of lizards, venomous snakes, and kangaroos, life stands as a testament to nature's endurance. The Australian desert is not only harsh, but also a wild stage full of mysteries. Hidden beneath the cracked stones lives a creature regarded as the very embodiment of death. The inland taipan, the most venomous snake on the planet, where each strike delivers instant death. At first glance, the inland taipan does not seem extraordinary, yet within every drop of its venom lies enough toxicity to kill dozens of people. Its silence is the most terrifying warning in this unforgiving desert. Stretching over 2 meters long, the inland taipan glides like a shadow across the red earth. Within its graceful body lies an unparalleled weapon, making it an unrivaled predator in this deadly, arid world. Each strike of the inland taipan happens in the blink of an eye. Yet in that fleeting moment, its powerful neurotoxic venom begins its deadly journey, paralyzing life from within its prey. Few creatures can match the inland taipan in sheer deadliness. Yet, instead of being aggressive, it moves quietly, avoiding humans. This very contradiction has made it a living legend of the Australian desert,